On California's eastern edge lies a jagged range of snowy peaks called the Sierra Nevada. After an exciting time on the Oregon coast, we were eager to explore this new uncharted wilderness. But that challenge would have to wait. Our first glimpses of the Sierra Nevada came during an initial trip to Lake Tahoe. Since the lake is known for containing some of the cleanest water in the country, we blew up our inflatable paddleboards and set out. But of course, it was not enough to be on top of the water. In order to swim in this frigid water, though, we would need some special gear.
So let's do it.
Oh, here it goes! Here we go! The darker side of a day like this comes during cleanup. But this time, we were awarded with an extra special treat, the Aurora Borealis. Although Lake Tahoe is beautiful, the real majesty of the Sierra Nevada range is in the south, and we headed there next. Yet the mountains were shy, and they stood hidden behind thick gray clouds for an entire week, getting dumped with snow.
I don't know if we're gonna make it up there.
Yet we were not idle while we waited for the mountains to come out.
This road here is what we want to take. You can't see it here, but
Shoes have got some gaps, cracks in them. Using some shoe repair glue, try to patch them up.
Plus, the unexpected hit as usual.
so we're sitting in the car, well, me and the kids, and we've got 3 fire trucks here at the RV. Wait, 4 fire trucks. So we're sitting eating dinner, and the carbon monoxide alarm started going off. The power went off. So we just got out right away. Everybody's in pajamas in the car and flip-flops. It's freezing cold, and we have no idea what's going on. So Dad's out there with the fire department, and this is our view. So we'll see what happens.
With plenty of experience in Colorado mountaineering, we thought we were ready. We started early and eager. Our goal? A high pass on the Sierra crest. But a surprise awaited us. We had expected a lot of snow after last week's storms. But it soon became apparent that we weren't going to get anywhere.
We love this, believe it or not.
This was not our first time dealing with deep snow, but it certainly was the worst.
Help! Come on! Are you ready? Pull! Ah! Okay.
After being confronted by a dangerous stream crossing, we turned around frustrated and a little angry. We wandered about aimlessly, trying to find something, anything, to get to the top of. We set our sights on the base of a high cliff, hoping to get at least some views. We strapped on our snowshoes and found that they kept us somewhat afloat now that the afternoon snow was starting to settle. We made it to our goal, but not after encountering another mountain hazard.
I'm gonna get off this slope. There was a former avalanche, plus we're feeling some vibration in the snow, so it's not stable.
Were we defeated? Maybe.
The car is so close and yet so far away. Pretty tough stream crossing. Made it. Whew.
So we turned our sights onto a different experience. The Alabama Hills, used for filming old Western movies, now became our afternoon hangout. However, our forays into this unique desert landscape turned out to be as harrowing as any.
We're just gonna kind of go up and see what happens. Famous last words.
On our first attempt at summiting this pile of rocks, we turned around due to time. But we were not going to give up on this stack of boulders.
Trying to decide which route to take up this rocky hill thing.
You can go through this low part right here and go. I don't know if we can get around or not, though.
I don't know how it would be.
I'd like to try that.
So we set out again. Soon, we found ourselves in increasingly tricky spots. Upon making it to the top, we enjoyed the views and the sunset.
Named our peak Gobble Knob since it's only 2 days after Thanksgiving.
But of course, we were only half done. It was time to get down. Actually, it had been time to get down a long time ago, but we'd been distracted, playing on this jungle gym. Since our way up had been rather tough, we decided on a different route down. Turns out this way was not too safe either.
Wondering if I should put a different foot down?
But we eventually made it back to the car, which was thankfully still there. Mission accomplished, we turned our sights back to the Sierras. Our aim was to view the incredible North Palisade and its neighbors. The North Palisade is one of 15 14ers in California. A 14er is a mountain over 14,000 feet. There are a total of 74 14ers in the lower 48 states, with 58 in Colorado and 1 in Washington. We still can't decide which one is our favorite.
All right, so what is you guys' favorite California 14er?
Starlight, of course.
Starlight?
I like Middle Palisade. Middle
Is
Palisade.
the best.
What's that one with the ridge? Is that a 14er?
The ridge?
No,
That's Agassiz.
That's
That one's my
Agassiz.
favorite.
Agassiz.
That's not a 14er.
Yeah.
You have to choose a 14er.
Agassiz is not a 14er. I'm gonna have to be the weird one and say Middle Palisade's up there, but I think Shasta.
Oh,
Shasta is also good.
No.
Shasta's one of the best.
Though we've summited 7 14ers in Colorado, we have yet to climb any in California. But maybe someday we'll get a chance to summit one of these magnificent mountains. But for now, we had plenty of hiking to do as we explored this new area. We were skeptical after our first hike, but we were determined. This time, though, we were in for a nice surprise. Not only had the snow solidified somewhat, but someone had made a trench before us, creating easier passage. In the frosty cold, we pounded out the first few miles until the trench stopped at a beautiful frozen lake. Here we stopped for a pizza break before starting out again, now in our snowshoes. This is where things got beautiful. And this is where things got sketchy.
This is the most difficult part right here. Starting to have to make some decisions about which way to go, because the route is down around there. Wind-loaded snow on a steep slope. Not a good idea right now. At least up here we're on the top of the ridge. So there's a lot less chance of us triggering an avalanche.
And finally, we made it. We had overcome the mountains. Now we had to escape before the sun went down. There were a few obstacles yet, however.
The problem is that there's a branch here that I
There's a
can't.
bunch of branches in there.
Yeah, that's what I
You use snowshoes.
One,
I can't.
two.
It's just fingers.
I see. All right, dig deeper.
Can you get your foot out of the snowshoe?
but we need to kind of hurry because I'm getting really cold.
Okay.
It's wiggling. There you go. There you go. That's what I need. Okay.
And now the slog begins. We're still heading back. And we're still heading back. We might never get back. But finally the van comes into view. We ride back home in numb silence. No one's feeling very witty after the slog.
Finally made it back to the car. And now we have to drive back.
After the fatigue and soreness died down, we were ready for our final expedition. Now that we had a better understanding of our limits, we were careful to choose something more low-key. A 12,700-foot peak with no trails and few known routes would be just the thing. Using our navigation device and a crude map, we chose a route and set out with high hopes.
Just about ready to go.
You have to put them in one at a time.
Decked out in full winter gear. Ice axes, snowshoes.
As the sun came out, the views unfolded. Then came the wall.
Very tough terrain. Hills. Very steep.
Once we finally overcame this obstacle, we had gained the ridge, but the going did not get any easier. Infuriating hurdles barred our way. Miles from the summit and faced with a setting sun and increasingly sketchy snow, we decided to turn around.
This is bad. All right, so this is the side of this mountain. It's a lot of snow. It's wind blown. Getting a slope angle with Mom's special slope angle app
Yeah, right
on it.
here, I'm getting the average of this slope here.
Yeah, saying around
And
40 degrees.
It's going up and down between 35 and 42, depending on kind of where I hold it.
That is the prime angle for avies. Between 35 and 40 degrees is about the exact angles that you should not be on.
Though disappointed at having missed the summit, it was time to glissade. Glissading is a mountaineering technique used for a speedy descent of a mountain. It involves sliding down a snow slope and using an ice axe to halt yourself. Sometimes it doesn't go so well.
All right.
These were not the best conditions for a fast glissade, however.
Whoa!
Here he comes! Now it's gonna be fast. All right, Kelly, go fast. Here she comes. This footage is turning out a little bit different than expected.
What a great way to finish our time in the Sierras. But we knew we'd be back to tackle the mountains again.